How old are you today? 2. Such a bright little girl. I'm so glad I finally got to meet her. Boris talks about her all the time.
I didn't realize that he'd never seen her.
How long have you and Tony been married?
Oh, we're not married. I'm a friend, and I'm helping out temporarily. It's a long story. Coffee?
Yes, please. I hope you don't mind my asking. We've lost track. I'm Boris's second wife. Tanya's mother died when Tanya was a child.
So Tony's told me. Tanya was a terrific lady. We all miss her a lot.
So does her father. More than he can say. That's why it's so important that he see this little one. Boris and Tanya didn't get along very well, as you may know. He's sorry about that now. Wishes he'd been more understanding, more accepting. Somehow he feels that if he could see BJ, who's a part of Tanya, that he could make peace with himself.
I think I understand.
Then maybe you'll talk Tony into granting us this one last wish. It would mean so much to us, both of us.
Well, I can't make any promises, but I will try.
Well, that's all I can hope for. I have to go back to Chicago this afternoon.
Oh. Well, then I'll try and get to Tony sometime this morning. Want to give me your phone number?
Yes. Now, this is the hotel where I'm staying, and I'm in room 3G.
Excuse me. Hello?
I've had the driver going around in circles. I had to call you back. What's happened?
I can't go into it right now.
I'm coming over there. I have to see you.
No, not here.
Well, anywhere. You name it.
All right. I'm leaving soon for the hospital.
Good. You won't believe this. I have to meet Claire and drop her off there, and I'll meet you around the block after that.
What's Claire doing at the hospital?
Well, I'm not sure. She, thinks she's having lunch with someone. She mentioned, I think it's lunch with the lady that runs the daycare center.
You make a mean cup of coffee there, Prudy.
Yeah, you don't fool me. You didn't come for the coffee. You came to check up on me, eh?
Anything wrong with that?
Actually, I find it quite touching. I mean, we family have to look out for one another, don't we? That's why I saved this little bit of pastry just for you.
Well, thank you, love. Thank you very much.
Oh, you don't have to thank me for anything, Robert.
Well, I think I do. Especially where that Colton Shaw business occurred.
Oh, that was nothing.
Far from it. You kept your eyes and your ears open. You found a way for me to close the case.
Oh, well, if I did that, you know, it's because I had such a fine teacher. You know, I always envied you your work under the covers.
Well, thank you again. It's not all glamour, you know.
Do you reckon I could do it? Work under the covers as an agent or a policewoman or something? I mean, you know, the talent could run in the family, Robert.
I blanch at the thought.
Well, you just said I did a good job.
You know what I think you should be doing?
Tell me.
I think you should find some nice young chap and do a little under-the-covers work yourself.
Oh, do you mean it?
No, wait a minute. What I mean is have some kids, a family, babies, all that sort of stuff, you know?
Oh, well, yeah, I dreamed about that for a minute, you know, once with that mongrel Vito. Well, but, you know, I'll consider what you said, Robert. I mean, you know, you'd give me away, I hope.
Absolutely. Name the day.
Oh, Sean and Tiffany have. Isn't it exciting?
There are probably other words I could use to describe it.
When are you?
When am I what?
Asking some nice girl to settle down to do some under-the-covers work with you, making babies. I mean, Anna and Duke have a baby on the way. Sean and Tiffany will have one before long. Doesn't it make you feel a bit left out?
Well, right now I have to concentrate on some other under-the-covers work.
Well, the kind you suggested for me sounds like a whole lot more fun, Robert.
Yeah. You know, I guess one day if I could find a way of doing it without making life difficult for people, I might even consider it.
Is BJ all right?
Oh, she's fine. She's with Charlene in the park.
I was just worried. You sounded a little urgent.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. I told Harriet that I would get in touch with you as soon as I could.
So Boris' wife, she called the house?
No, she came to the house, all the way from Chicago.
He sent her, I bet.
Well, no, she says it was her idea, and I believe her. She's very nice, Tony, and he can't be all that bad if she's willing to stick by him.
Well, I suppose not.
He's very sorry about the way he treated Tanya.
Well, he should be.
Well, he'd like to make amends. And Harriet would like to convince you to take care of his last dying wish and let him see BJ.
She convinced you, didn't she?
Yeah. I told her I'd give her an answer today.
Well, I feel real good about this, you know, denying a dying man his last wish. I feel like an insensitive jerk.
Tony, that's the last thing you are.
You know, even if I do it, I don't know how I'd work my schedule out. I got scheduling problems. They're back-to-back. I got surgeries.
I have a solution. Want to hear it?
Yeah. I want to help the old man if I can.
I have some vacation time coming. I could take BJ to Chicago for you.
No, I couldn't ask you to do that.
Well, I know you couldn't. That's why I'm offering.
It's an imposition.
No, not at all. Actually, it'd be good for me to get out of town. I have some very hard thinking I have to do.
Now, here is where I keep my tools. Tools are like women. Gotta keep them in their proper place.
Ooh, Mac, don't let a woman hear you saying that.
Safest thing to do around them is keep your mouth shut. Only open it if they offer to feed you. Now, you listen to me. We'll get along fine.
You know, I've already learned an awful lot from you.
Well, you pick things up quick. I can see that. Well, not as quick as my late lamented partner. But you'll learn.
Don't worry about me. I won't let you down.
As long as you keep your mind on ships, not women. Good-looking fellow like you must be crawling around you. Just don't fall in love. Most men, that's death. Especially men of the sea.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
The fellow on the pier directed me to you.
Can I help you?
And I hope so. Unless you do, I'm liable to be around Port Charles for some time to come. You see, I've been marooned here.
So you sure you want to do this?
Positive.
Well, Harriet should be grateful, not to mention Boris.
I'm doing it for me as much as for them.
Well, I don't really believe that, but it's generous.
Well, we have some time because I wouldn't leave till tomorrow anyway. So why don't you go ahead and I'll see you at home.
Okay, thanks.
Amy, take all my messages. I am lunching with Mrs. Barrington at the Port Charles Hotel.
Lunching with Mrs. Barrington. Now, if I could just find someone to poison your pâté.
Oh, well, hello, Amanda, and hello, Mrs. Howard. How wonderful to see you.
Well, I'm delighted to see you too, Mrs. Jones.
Claire is just full of wonderful ideas about funding for the daycare center.
Yes, and I'm eager to tell you all about it.
Oh, well, I am very eager to talk to you. No, I feel like we have so many things to talk about.
Well, I'm very glad we were able to get together today. It gives me something to do while my husband's off campaigning.
Oh, yes, and I'm very impressed with him. I can't wait to talk all about him and his campaign over lunch. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
Our elevator's here. Oh, good.
Definitely, Amanda.
Good morning. It's time for a healthy breakfast.
Uh-oh. What are you guys doing here?
Well, I found this decrepit excuse for a man wandering all by his lonesome down on the dock, so I decided to drag him over here. That's not true. I caught him trying to join the Navy.
Oh, you wouldn't dare.
It's true, I wouldn't. No, honey, I love you. And I want to marry you, all right?
Isn't he adorable?
Now we've got all that settled. I want to invite everyone to a celebratory lunch.
My
kind of lunch.
That's wonderful, except I think we should just keep on celebrating on through dinner.
Definitely
How's
my
that?
kind of lunch.
Except maybe you should help us decide where we're going to have our wedding.
How about my office? I should put in a appeal before sunset.
Oh, I don't have any romance at all. I am going to powder my nose.
Okay, off you
Cheryl,
go.
would you please come?
I'm fine.
No, you're not. Come with me.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Glad she's your sister.
Excuse me.
Don't be too long, huh?
No. I think maybe now is the time to maybe put the move on Robert, get him in the mood, do you think?
Oh, I don't know about that. It seems a little preoccupied to me.
You're not thinking about weddings, are you?
Hardly.
Family or business?
Bit of both, actually.
Want to talk about it?
Not at the moment.
Look, old buddy, I know you pretty well, so whatever's coming down has got to be big.
Mm-hmm. All goes to plan. There'll be one less family in this country before long.
This is fine. We'll be a few minutes. What is it? I know you don't like the idea of driving around like this. I'm just glad you met me so we could spend some time together.
I came to say goodbye.
Bobby, no.
Listen to me. I'm going away for a while.
What? Where? How long?
For a couple of weeks. Doesn't matter where.
But you're coming back.
Yes, but when I do, I don't know if I'm going to see you again. I have a lot of thinking to do about all of this.
Why are you doing this all of a sudden? I'm not going to let you walk out of my life.
If I don't, I could ruin your life.
No, don't say that.
I could ruin everything. Your election, your chance for the campaign, your relationship with Greg, everything. I'm not going to let that happen. I'll walk right out of your life before I let that happen.
No, I've never had any trouble with her before.
She's called the Aphrodite, huh?
Yes, the goddess of love. Well, she's behaved like a perfect goddess until a couple of hours ago when she started to choke and make these rather rude noises in the engine room. We limped into harbor, mewling and puking and spewing. I frankly didn't think we were going to make it.
Do you have any idea what the trouble might be?
No, it's really my fault. I've neglected her. What she needs is a lot of attention and a thorough overhaul, and I understand that you're the people for the job.
Well, listen, I'd be glad to come out and take a look at her, but it isn't going to happen today. We're awfully busy. How about tomorrow?
It's fine. I'll send a crewman for you.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Good. Oh, there is one more thing. Do you happen to have a local telephone directory?
Yeah, I'm sure we do out in the office.
Good. To the rescue once again.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, here you go, right on top.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mac, be right there. Excuse me, will
Of
you?
course. I'll see you on the yacht.
All right.
Now, just be a minute if I can find what I'm looking for. Here we are. Quartermain. Edward L.